Okay, we'll be back with more news. And from Al Jazeera, Great Wall of Steel, Xi vows to protect China economy and security. Most powerful president since Mao Zedong tells annual parliamentary meeting economy and security are indivisible. President Xi Jinping has promised to transform the Chinese military into a great wall of steel, capable of protecting China's interests abroad, while he's also emphasized the need for greater stability and security at home. Xi's remarks came in his closing speech to the National People's Congress. China's parliament last week secured unanimous backing for an unprecedented third term in office. Despite recently cementing his status as one of contemporary China's most powerful leaders, Xi alluded to the many challenges facing China as it navigates a post-zero COVID landscape. A slowing economy, a more challenging relationship with the West, particularly the United States. Security is the bedrock of development, while stability is a prerequisite for prosperity, Xi told the assembly of 3,000 delegates on Monday. He also stressed the need for an improved national security system, an improved social governance system, and the safeguarding of China's new development pattern with a new security architecture. The speech reflected similar concerns shared during the Communist Party's 20th National Congress in October, when Xi used the word security 91 times, according to the U.S.-based Brookings Institute. Security is the most important thing in terms of party politics. His people can safeguard his position, and then he can have many, many terms, even a long term, a lifelong term. Of course, security is a very, very important aspect. Alfred Mulan Wu, an associate professor at the Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy at the National University of Singapore, told Al Jazeera. Externally, the very important thing is he's trying to paint a picture that he wants people to think that he could protect China. So in many of his documents or speeches, he's always mentioning that China is actually now surrounded by the hostile United States and also its Western allies, so they need to fight very, very hard for China. China's in the midst of a massive military modernization campaign, which will be capable of effectively safeguarding national sovereignty, security, and development interests when it finishes in 2035, Xi said, when the armed forces will become a great wall of steel. While still a decade off, China already exerts enormous influence in the region with its powerful People's Liberation Army military base and island building in the South China Sea, and sway over domestic politics in neighboring countries from Cambodia to Micronesia. The PLA plays a major role in China's ongoing campaign to bring Taiwan back into the fold, either through a peaceful or forceful national reunification. Xi mentioned the self-ruled democracy in his speech on Monday, calling for the end of Taiwan independence separatist activities, as well as external interference in a thinly veiled reference to the U.S. Taiwan's top military ally. He also appeared to offer Taiwan the one country, two systems arrangement seen in Hong Kong and Macau, which would in theory allow for some autonomy under Beijing's rule, but in practice is an extremely unpopular offer to Taiwanese. Xi's concerns for security also extend to the home front, where officials have set a modest gross domestic product target of just 5% in 2023, reflecting the last effect of 3 years of the zero COVID strategy. China typically sees tens of thousands of protests over issues like land seizures, but protests became more widespread at the end of 2022 as common Chinese chafed under the economic and social constraints of the policy. The country has also struggled with uneven development between urban and rural areas, as well as growing wealth inequality. Xi, however, told delegates on Monday of China's ongoing efforts to ensure the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation for all citizens. The relay baton of building a great modern socialist country on advancing national rejuvenation has been historically passed on to our generation, he said, calling for efforts to upgrade and appropriately expand the economy by focusing on fields like science, technology, as well as industrial transformation that will benefit the whole economy. And from Cairns Post, Great Wall of Steel, Xi vows to protect China economy and security. Most powerful president since Mao Zedong tells annual parliamentary meeting economy and security are indivisible.